I never thought a random act of kindness could come back to me like this. It was a cold evening, and I was walking home after a long shift at work. I was tired, hungry, and honestly just wanted to get to bed as fast as possible. As I passed by a small convenience store, I saw an old man standing outside. He looked lost, holding a small bag and counting coins in his hand again and again, like he was trying to make sure he had enough. I don't know why, but something made me stop. I walked up to him and asked if everything was okay. He smiled a little embarrassed and said he was trying to buy food, but he was short by a few dollars. Without thinking too much, I just took out some money and handed it to him. He tried to refuse at first, but I insisted and told him it was no big deal. He looked at me for a moment and said thank you in a way that felt heavier than just words. I nodded and walked away, not really thinking much of it. To me, it was just a small thing. A week later, I got called into my manager's office at work. I thought I was in trouble because I had been late a couple of times, but when I walked in, there was a man sitting there, someone I had never seen before. Then he smiled and I froze. It was him, the same old man. He stood up and told me to sit down, and then he started talking. He said that night I helped him was one of the worst days of his life. He had just been discharged from the hospital and had no one to call. He said my small act of kindness reminded him that people still cared. Then he said something I did not expect. He told me he owned the company I was working for. I couldn't believe it. He said he had been planning to sell the business and step away, but after that night he changed his mind. And then he looked at me and said, people like you are the reason this place should keep going. My manager was just sitting there smiling. Then the old man said, from today you are getting promoted. I sat there completely speechless. He thanked me again and walked out like it was nothing. And just like that, the $5 I gave away without thinking ended up changing my entire life.